It's gone by so fast that it really snuck up on me and I didn't realize it was 20 years already. I believe it was 95 Worlds. Jimmy and Tony Finn came into the lobby while everybody was registering before the contest, and they came in with like 3 of these big coffin board bags. They showed up and just started handing out all of these liquid force boards and blowing everybody's mind. They came in with such a hype and such a crazy atmosphere. I mean, I probably was only 12 years old and I vividly remember those dudes passing out boards. Tony Finn hit me up and sent me some boards while I was actually at Eric Ruck's house up in Wisconsin. Literally haven't ridden another board since. The S1 Mini Squirt, the smallest board of its time, and the first pro model to somebody that was younger than 15.
Started kind of slow, just it was like, you know, all of us talking. Shane really wanted to do a movie and we always talked about all these ideas that we had, and after Pensacola Vans Triple Crown, Shane won it. Took that paycheck and bought a new camera and a new computer, and basically we were like, all right, game on.
I got into filmmaking, I want to say mostly because my mom did a lot of filming. She always had tons of film gear around, and then I remember me and Francois knew we wanted to do something, so we got a camera and just started filming a lot of ridiculous stuff.
It was obvious that Shane was going to have a big impression on wakeboarding. It was just as time went on, it became clearer that he was going to have a specific influence because he saw the future. I mean, you take it for granted now when you show up at a cable park and you see how it's laid out, but you think back to lines that Shane was picturing in his mind, and that led the way to what you consider normal wakeboarding now.
Shane took a completely different approach at wakeboarding than I did. I think he looked at like how I became a professional wakeboarder. He goes, I want to have the same success, but I want to do it my way. I want to do it completely different. 20 years of wakeboards, like that just shows like the passion that Shane has for like designing product and staying relevant. When you know the sport changes so fast, the kids get younger and younger and better, but yet Shane's still hurting his ankle trying double switch Pete Roses and stuff. So Shane's not slowing down at all. And you know, I really respect that. Shane really just puts a lot more effort, and he really inspired me to like focus more on the way I do tricks and how I want to do them. And now he's been at it for 20 years, and he definitely took his own route and his own way and did it the Shane way.
Wakeboard-wise, I would say I was just mostly influenced by snowboarding and skateboarding, obviously, but I really liked watching Byerly, and obviously everybody's gonna see Byerly, but you know, those, like all those movies. I loved Spray and Mayday and Switch. Switch was awesome. Murray back then was such a funny character, and all of that stuff that they did then, I really just wanted to be like them. An artist named Blaine Fontaine, I believe. He went on to do amazing stuff, really blew up in the art world. Like after I had this board sitting around in my house, I just Googled Blaine and I was like, I should be able to get that painting. That couldn't be too rare. No, can't buy it. Totally sold for tons of money. I'm just one of my more obnoxious ones, which is crazy because I've had some really obnoxious graphics, which I totally love. Even though each time I get a new graphic, I always think it's my favorite, but you know, after a few months, I can't help but go back to that gold frame. I really wanted to come up with a closed-toe boot. This is the first legitimate closed-toe boot since Sub Rosa did it in like, I think 97, but theirs were like rollerblades attached to wakeboards, which weren't really cool. Reebok did the S. Carter's, which was Jay-Z's shoe, and it was all white with gum sole shoes, and I wanted all white with gum sole. So Box of Fun was an awesome era, just getting to film with Colin Harrington and Rock and all of those guys and never having an idea on what we were doing. We just knew we just loved shooting weird, crazy stuff. Liquid Force has supported me through everything I've done and always has supported me. They've allowed me to be myself.